Oh. Oh. I don't know if I ever mentioned this on screen, but Repel only repels Pokemon that are a lower level than you. This Tentacruel is one level higher. Well, this is embarrassing. Yo, dudes and dudettes, my name is Akpodiete, but you can call me Speed for short, and welcome to the next episode of my Pokemon Platinum version Let's Play. Last time around, we surfed around the Sinnoh region and found a bunch of thingamawhatsits, mainly incenses and vitamins, and this time we stopped at Sand Gem Town because today we're going to be exploring these routes that are south of it. This is Route 218. So there's actually three, it's like I'd say three routes down here for us to explore. Let me make sure I've got a super repel up. There you go. There are a lot of trainers and I'm going to try and avoid basically all of them. Let's get that max repel. And a splash plate. There's not much of a difference between the splash plate and the original one, Breathed Alone, before the universe came. Sounds lonely. There's another plate. It's called like the Wave Plate, I think, or something like that. Or maybe I'm thinking of the Wave Incense, but like, I don't know exactly what the difference is between the two of them. I'm gonna do my best to kind of avoid trainers because this route is very long. And I want to cover these routes as well as the Fuego Ironworks all in one video. Let's try and go this way. I don't know how that works, but it did, and I'm not arguing with it. There's a Carbos, use that to boost your Pokemon's speed. Let's come this way, and I think there's another item. Might actually be a hidden item. It is not, so let's continue on. As we're doing all of this surfing, wow, that was fast. Already on Route 221. As we're doing all this surfing and stuff, I would like to say last time I did say something slightly incorrect in my video, but it's nothing that technically, if someone's watching this a long time from now, is gonna pick up on or really care much about. I said that at the time that I was recording that I had missed the oh well, time for a battle. So that I had missed the Nintendo Spotlight for E3. I actually didn't miss it. It turns out it was the next day. Yeah, being in Japan kind of messes up your sense of time when you do a lot of stuff like in the morning, I guess. Since we're in a battle, I think this is a perfect time for us to talk about wild Pokemon. Last time I did tell you guys about Tentacruel and Tentacruel, but this time I also want to talk about Finneon and Lumineon. These are Pokemon that you can catch by using the Super Rod. Let me turn this down. You can find both of them at our most surfing routes by using the Good Rod. Then Finneon, it evolves at level 31 into Lumineon, and the reason why I'm covering it as opposed to just its evolution is because you're a lot more likely to find Finneon than you are Lumineon. I don't know how many times I said Finneon and Lumineon in that sentence, but I just want to drive home the point, I guess. It's a pretty fast Pokemon that also has good special defense. But that's a lot like Tentacruel, which we just went over last time. And since they basically specialize in the same stats, it's hard for me to recommend this Pokemon as opposed to just getting a Tentacruel. Because Tentacruel is more common and its typing, in my opinion, is better. And like, it just seems more viable to me. Its abilities can be either Swift Swim or Storm Drain. Swift Swim boosts speed in rain, and Storm Drain, it draws in all water type moves. So say you're in a double battle and your opponent is trying to hit one of your allies with a water type move, Storm Drain will draw that move into you. I'm not completely sure whether or not you take damage from the move, but it's written right there in the bio. So that is that. It's weird. There's like there were multiple Pokemon that I had to make bios for these two videos, but they were all separate, or they all involved some kind of different method of catch, or they were just separate enough for me to not be able to talk about them all at once. Let's see, this guy here, he's got a Tentacruel, so ooh, barrier. Thankfully, I'm not planning on using physical moves, so let's see if we can still take him down with a Shockwave. Oh, I have to teach Thunderbolt, actually, to Sharon. I'm actually pretty glad that I have that, because I'm starting to really round out the movesets on these Pokemon. Almost there. See, there's Tentacruel with that really great special defense stat. And even when it's hit with the super effective move from a Pokemon that's 5 levels higher and gets same type attack bonus, you saw that I only did like half of its HP. It's definitely a good Pokemon. Very viable for your team and very easy to catch. Pokemon level 34, wants to learn Ingrain. That is an interesting move. It makes it so that you regain HP at the end of every turn. Skill up on Ingrain though. It's a status move, but I don't know. It's not really my style. Let me go to my trademarks. My trademarks and hidden marks, and so go ahead and use Thunderbolt. Go ahead and use it. It's funny. I'm gonna use that, and let's forget Shockwave. Let's make sure I actually delete the correct move this time. Ooh, that could be embarrassing. Alright. But yeah, I saw the Nintendo Spotlight yesterday, and I enjoyed it. It was very nice. I definitely had not jaw-dropping moments, but I had times where I really needed to just take a moment to compose myself, because it was a lot of good. It was they did it right this year. It was beautiful. I almost cried. I'm just kidding, I didn't cry. Let's see. On this land here, on Route 221, there's another new Pokemon that you can find, and that's Sudowoodo. Sudowoodo is a rock type with really great physical stats. It's slow, but that's kind of like in its nature because it's a tree, and trees are slow. I mean, actually, trees don't move. If you find moving trees, there might be a problem. Right there, you can get a Hyper Potion in this grass. Figured I'd mention that. Sudowoodo's abilities can be either Sturdy, which grants immunity to 20 KO moves, or Rock Head, which means that you won't take damage from recoil moves. It evolves from Bonsly into Sudowoodo by leveling up while knowing the move Mimic. I say that just in case you had a Bonsly and wanted to get a Sudowoodo, I guess. I feel like Sudowoodo is really a rock type done right. Like, it has the right kind of stats. Slow, but its stats are high enough to where you're rewarded for the slowness, if that makes any sense. Alright, I'm really starting to see that there's no point in me having return on Popo anymore, because the divide between Popo's physical and special stats is increasing over time. Oh, Petal Dance. Let's go ahead and send it out. Collage. I didn't take that much damage from that. Ember. I think Petal Dance has the secondary effect of trapping you in battle. I'm not completely sure. Maybe I just say that because it looks like Fire Spin. it also confuses you after 2 or 3 turns. Oh. Well, that's interesting. Hope we're not gonna have a repeat of like 4 episodes ago where suddenly the AI decides to, I don't know, become a genius. Genius intelligence. Oh, Lopunny. This is actually a Pokemon that we have not seen yet. I'm pretty sure that we're gonna encounter it again later, but I was just gonna speed up the rest of this fight and not show any of it or commentate over any of it, but this is actually, I guess, pretty important. Yeah, the weird thing about Lopunny is that I used to watch like the anime like every Saturday, so I would when the Diamond and Pearl Saga came around, you know, I remember Dawn. She had a Baniri, that's what it's called, a Baniri, and then I always thought it was so crazy seeing Lopunny in this game because, you know, in the anime sometimes they don't evolve their Pokemon for some bizarre reason, most likely for marketing. But I just remember like, whoa, like Lopunny took me for a major surprise. There were other ones too, like Probopass. I thought, not that I thought it was a joke, like someone was like pulling my leg or something, but like, because I remember Nosepass from like Gen 2 or Gen 3, but Probopass I thought was just hilarious, because it's just, it's this giant metal rock with a mustache. Let's see, Villa wants to learn to move Agility. That will raise your speed by 2 stages, which I'm not going to accept. Defeated Ace Trainer Shannon. Oh, well, would you look at that? She had useful Pokemon. There's some berries over here for us to grab. Lepa Berry. Pecha Berry. Oh man, I was hoping this one was a Lumberry, but nope, it's a Mago. Oh, wait. Alright, now that we got that, I'm thinking there's another item down here. There's many hidden items here. I'm probably not going to get all of them, but, oh, pause effects are off. I will do my best. Super Repel. And Team 81X Scissor. That's a 80 power, I believe, bug type move. It's a physical move, so do with that what you will. And I feel like I have to go all the way around if I want to avoid this guy, so Gung Ho! Allow me to demonstrate the talent that makes me so. Ooh, I feel like my team just got wrecked. Right here, this is the end of the route. This is the Pal Park, a super awesome place that you can come to at the end of the game. It's a very useful facility. If you've played this game before, you know what it does. I guess I'm not going to spoil it and kind of just like, let's pretending that this game isn't like almost 10 years old. No. Oh, man. I didn't realize this guy was the trainer because these guys never have Pokemon. They're always just NPCs. Collector Yvonne. Oh, Togetic. I forgot that Pokemon was even in this generation. See, this is one reason why you should definitely come down here. And when I said my team got wrecked, I mean very much so. Almost every Pokemon on my team is at only half their HP. All from a Giraffe Rig. I kid you not. Thunderbolt, and this battle is over. I hope. I would be pretty disappointed in myself if this was not the end of this battle. So hey, there's your incentive for coming down to this area. You can find lots of Pokemon that you otherwise would not be able to find. This guy right here, he is, I don't actually know if he has a name or not, but he's gonna tell you what today's number is. 77! Show me a Pokemon that's level 77 if you can. So he will ask you to show him a Pokemon of a certain level, and this number will change every day. I don't have a level 77 Pokemon, so you can win Black Belts, Expert Belts, Focus Sash. I think it might actually only be those 3, but which are all useful items, especially the Expert Belts. I might have that wrong. I think the Expert Belt is the one where if you wear it, your super effective moves are powered up. Powers up moves with their super. Yes, it is. And I believe there's a hidden item up here. It's back and might be in the tree. Yes, big mushroom. Those effects were off. And then I guess as I'm going in through here, I might as well just, I don't know, bring up some usual like what's going on in my life type points. Or there's a pure incense. I'll put on screen right now what Pokemon you can use to breed that. I believe that powers up normal type moves. Alright, it's good. Hop back into the water. But yeah, nothing. Oh dear. One sentence in. Simmerman Dylan. You always gotta remember. Well, hey, this is an opportunity for at least me to ramble for a little bit. I actually have not been doing that much this week, at least not as opposed to other weeks, because it's Wednesday night already. Or at least here it's Wednesday night. By the time this goes up, it's actually still going to be Wednesday night, now that I think about it. But usually at this point in the week, I would have a lot of stuff done in terms of like what I would want to do in the week, and I'd have a plan for every day kind of set up. At least uploading for this week, I know what I'll be doing. And then I actually did do something a bit different today. I released a song on SoundCloud, which is interesting because actually I think a lot of people liked it. I put it on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, which is great. It's different than the usual stuff that I do because I normally make hip-hop music, but this one was an EDM song that I produced in the class that I was in this past semester. Which is cool. I had a friend of mine actually. You know, I think I'll link this in a card and maybe in the description. But a friend of mine, I just recorded a bunch of stuff from her because I knew she's a really talented person. So I was like, hey, could I record you saying a bunch of stuff and playing your oboe? And, you know, after that, I had a project I was working on for class, and I kind of just fused the two together and got a little bit of help, and it all came out pretty nicely. So I like it. I'm going to try and be a little strategic with how I'm moving here. Alright. That was interesting. Repel. Okay, I actually. Repels only work to repel Pokemon that are a lower level than you. And I just encountered a Tentacruel that was level 35 while Popo's level 34. So that was a thing. I was not expecting something that high leveled out here. But it looks like that is just about it for these three 4 routes. What was that? 221, 220, 219, and then I think this is even 218. No, this is all 219. Alright. Next thing on our to-do list is the Fuego Ironworks, which is right here above Floroma Town, so let's fly there. Alright, we're good. We'll go ahead and hitch ride on our trusty Biscuitsinator. Our home skilly biscuits. And my rappel wore off. Let's fix that right now. Oh dear, that is a very slow speed. But like I was saying before, this week's been definitely weird. I think what happened was Monday and Tuesday, especially with the time difference in E3, it's kind of been weird, just like how, like what time it is, where, and what day it is, and what's happening. So I got caught up in a lot of stuff that didn't have to do with working on videos. So definitely gonna try to remedy that. Since we're here in the Fuego Ironworks, there are 2 new Pokemon for only half the price that we can encounter, and the first one is Magmar. We actually encountered this one last time. It's a fire type, a very offensive Pokemon. Its stats are great all around, but its main draw is its high offense. When it evolves via trade while holding in a Magmarizer. It becomes Magmortar. And Magmortar is, those stats are the ones that you're seeing on screen now, and the speed stat is 10 points lower than it is as a Magmar. So as Magmar, its stats are not as good, but it's faster. Then Magmortar has better stats, but the speed is just 10 points lower. Magmar's speed is 93, I think. So it's not, you're not sacrificing that much. Its ability can, actually its only ability is Flame Body, which can burn foes if they use moves that make physical contact. And the last little note is that if you had a Mag B, it would evolve into Magmar at level 30. I've never fully used this Pokemon. I used a Mag B in in Soul Silver, and Magmar, I didn't know how to get it. I thought that it evolved using a Firestone, so I think I let it just sit in the back of my party or something. But I've always wanted to use one, haven't gotten the opportunity yet, but today, sadly, is not that day. I already have another Pokemon in mind I'm going to use from the last member of my team, and it's not Magmar, sadly. There's another Pokemon, Magnemite. It is an electric steel type. So a quad weak to ground, but it is immune to poison, and it's got really good stats, very good defenses, and even better special attack stat. Its abilities can be either Magnet Pull or Sturdy. Sturdy I already talked about. Magnet Pull is an interesting one. It prevents steel types from running or switching out, so I mean, it is useful, but how often are you going to end up fighting steel types? The next gym is steel, so maybe that's something that'd be useful for you. But Sturdy is even less useful as far as Gen 4 is concerned, because there's only 3 one-hit KO moves in the whole game, and I think 0 bosses actually know one-hit KO moves, so you make the decision. It evolves to level 30 into Magneton, and then if you level it up while in Mount Coronet, it will evolve into Magnezone. So you could have a fully evolved Pokemon pretty fast with this one. Pretty nice, right? But yeah, that is it for new Pokemon. The Fuego Ironworks itself is also pretty interesting. Home to Molten Foundation. It's got this kind of eerie, weird music to it. It's I was about to say it's an Ironworks, but that's pretty obvious by the name. There's the yellow shard here. You're gonna find lots of shards and lots of little things like that. I think you can even find a star piece in here too. Let's use this left one right here. Let's see, now what are we looking for? We want to go this way. it is a maze, and you've got these little moving floor tiles, so you got to be a little careful where you're stepping. There we go. Got what I was looking for. Calcium. Use that to boost I don't remember. Wow, look at all these items. Got zinc, 2 carboses, an iron, max revive, protein, fully heal. I don't need that. We have antidote and calcium. Calcium special attack. I will give that to Biscuits. And then protein physical attack. Let's go ahead and give that to Villa. And we can give another one to Collage. Now iron, this is physical defense, so let's go for, I'm thinking Popo or Biscuits. Let's do Popo. And Carbos is speed, that's that's Sharon's department. Let's go ahead and give him another one. I don't think too hard about who I give vitamins to. Let's go and give a special defense to Biscuits. I just can't, since I generally have an idea of what my Pokemon's base stats are, I kind of try and cater to that, as well as what gyms are coming and who I need for what. I want this bottom one. Trying to not get too confused. Alright, gotta go down and left. And there's a red shard. You're gonna find a lot of those. And then I'm trying to remember if there was a TM for a fire type move in here. I don't look up what items are in areas before I go there. I feel like I've said this before. Unless it's something where like I know in the past I've missed it and I know that it's very important, then I do. There's a blue shard. But I guess it kind of adds to the enjoyment factor for myself personally. Yeah. Which is also why, you know, I try and switch up the type of videos I'm making too, because I don't want to burn out on one particular series or one game or anything. Oh, Firestone. It's not a fire type move, but it's still fire. You know, fire. I think there's an item here. Star piece. I knew there was one of those inside. And then this is a maze. If I remember correctly, I want the bottom one. No, that's just gonna send me right back. If I take the middle one, that sends me where I want to go. But the top one, yes, that will allow me to get this item right here. A rock incense. Use that to breed Bonsleys out of Sudowoodo. Or Sudowoodo. How? Never mind. I'm thinking too hard into it. And this is no. It's the top one. The top one is the one that I want to take. Because this takes me in front of this guy, and I don't think he's gonna turn around. So, are you maybe getting annoyed by where the floor panels take you? You're like a mind reader, man. You should start a business out of that. Worker Conrad, he's gonna send out his Magmar. Oh, that's convenient. And Biscuits is gonna use the move that we've been using for the last 2 videos, but haven't actually used in battle. Surf. Oh man, playing through some of this stuff, like, literally, I know I said this in the last video, but I'm getting so many memories. Like, I remember like using Surf back in Leaf Green and Fire Red and in double battles, and how it would only hurt the people on the opposite side, and then even using it in this game, because this, like, Leaf Green was my first Pokemon game, but Platinum was the first one that I beat. And they're both like within a year of each other that I got them, so it's like, I don't know, just, as I go through these later game areas, it's just bringing back all the memories, and then man, trying to still keep my composure and whatnot. There we go, TM35 Flamethrower, that's what move is in here. Well, hello, it's not often I get a visitor here. I tried to make the Ironworks run better with the moving floor tiles, but no one was happy about it. Gee, I wonder why. They said this moving floor made them dizzy. But you don't want to listen to me whine. Here's a souvenir. We obtained the star piece. My Ironworks makes iron by removing impurities from iron ore. In the process, we find a variety of colored shards. If you'd like, we can trade star pieces for them. There you are, red, blue, yellow, and green. Shards in different colors. Which is very nice. So this guy's kind of your friend, especially when it comes to the move tutor. Because now I have 5 yellow shards, 6 green shards, 6 blue shards, and I'm pretty sure red shards are in here somewhere. Might have actually even passed it. Oh, there it is. If you remember correctly, for that guy outside Pastoria City, that move tutor, a lot of his moves required at least 6 blue shards, or 4. But with that, we now have the ability to go and teach moves from him. I personally recommend the punch moves, Fire Punch, Ice Punch, and Thunder Punch for any physical attackers that you want to get some more rounded moves out of. I might go to him and get a new move for Collage. But since we have Flamethrower, I might as well teach that now. And then Flamethrower, teach it to a Pokemon. And that is it. Sorry for such a long video. I just wanted to get all this sort of stuff out of the way so that next week's video can be straight progress. Let's forget Ember for Flamethrower. And next time, we're actually going to move on to a new route as we head to Canalave City, the site of our next gym battle. My name is Akpodiete, but you can call me Speed for short. I'll see you guys in the next one. Cue the end card.